Okay, so today is December. Oh, today is January. In the last video, I think I said December, but it's January, the one with the cameras, January the 4th. So today is January the 4th, 2017. So I wanted to make a very short video on my alien visit. So I'm in Michigan, I'm in Detroit, and I'm about the age of 20. And the reason why I'm going to say I'm about the age of 20, because I remember when I signed up for the military, I had 6 months to wait. So this experience, and it's kind of, I guess it could be kind of long, but I'm gonna try to rush and hurry up because I want to run to Walmart and everything. Um, and I can't honestly tell you what time it was that night. It was like maybe 9 something. I would say like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. But I was already asleep, and I had woke up, and I had to go to the bathroom. Which to this day I don't like to get up and go to the bathroom. I will hold the urine all the way to the morning. You are not supposed to do that. That is horrible. Don't do that. But that's what I do because I don't want to get up. But I got up and I went down the hallway, walked all the way down. It was a nice, long hallway, because this was a 4 bedroom home. It was my dad's home. He was renting his home. And you come up the stairs and you had my room, my brother's room, another room, and my sister, when she moved back in, she stayed in that room. Normally it was empty, but no, I don't think she was there. And then, but the room was there, and then further down, my dad's room. So I go all the way down the hall, go to the restroom, come all the way back down, and I lay down in the bed. And as soon as I lay down in the bed, I'm laying down in the bed, and I'm on my side, and I got the covers, pulled up to about, because I'm scared of the dark. I've always been a person I'm scared of the dark. Now I don't care. When I was a young girl, I didn't turn off the lights until I was like 27 years old. So I'm laying that way on my side, and I'm facing that way. And as I'm laying on my side, my bed goes down, a dent. Somebody done sat down, the dent goes down on the end of my bed. And then right next to it, further up, right next to it, it goes down again. So whatever, there's two sitting down on my bed. As that happened, I noticed that I can't move. I can't move anything. And I'm laying on my side. So all I could do is look straight ahead on my side. And I'm laying there, and then after the two dents, this, what looks like an arm, goes across. There is no elbow in this arm. There is no hair. And then like if you take me in the winter time, I'm still dark. I got one more month to lighten up a little bit. It was like the color, the inside, you know how you are, you're lighter on the inside of your arm. It was like a real light, probably even I would go a shade lighter than myself. That complexion, it had no thumb. There was no thumb. There are no lines on the hand. There's no hairs. There's none of this. There are 4 fingers and no thumb. There's no joint. This right here, the being's arm was the same size all the way through. How arms get bigger, it stayed the same. So that arm, I'm laying on the side looking, just come all the way down. My dad was a little different from most people dad. He used to like getting weird stuff. So I had, even back then in the 80s, I had a hospital table right there next to me. And on the hospital table, I had a telephone. So the being's arm went over. And remember, I can't move. It picked up the telephone receiver and had the cord still attached to it. And it never bent because it didn't have that. And I can't move to see what it's doing. So then the arm goes back, it goes all the way back. And I noticed that it did have like a wide bracelet. It probably was there initially, but I didn't notice it then. I probably was so frightened, so scared when it just put it back. And then the arms goes back. And so even though I'm laying on my side and the cover's up, so then my cover gets pulled back, and I can't move. And then there's two hands that go on the top of my head like this, and then like this. And then I hear the noise. Boop, 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 boop. And then I don't remember anything. It was gone. Just gone. And I was just laying there. By that time, I could move, and I began to shake. I was shaking. I was so scared. And then I remember my radio, just like it all of a sudden was on. And it had Sister Sledge, We Are Family. And I was so scared. I remember thinking, no, I'm not going to fall for that. Anytime Sister Sledge came on, I would jump on my bed, whatever I'm doing, and I would jump in place and listen. We are family. I had all my sisters with me. I love that song. And I was like, no. I was so scared. And it took me a while to lay there. And then I got up, and I think it was like 2-something in the morning. And I called my friend at 2-something in the morning, and I told her what happened. I was crying, and she talked to me on the telephone, and she believed me. There was some hour change because, like I said, it was like 9:30, 10, and it was like 2-something when all that was over with. So there was some hour change. I don't have a negative feeling or mood or anything about that experience. That was tied in with the room getting cleaned, and the next day I went out and I was walking. That tied in with that, all of that, when I shared that dream of cleaning up the room and getting everything out. And the next day I went on the walk. I just didn't put this part in there. And I walked down the street, and when I saw the sign, Uncle Sam wants you, to me, they were all involved in that, trying to, because at that time I was very suicidal. And I I was so scared of life. I didn't do good in school because I never talked to anyone in school. I would sit in a corner in the back of my classrooms, and it was just me. And I didn't talk to anyone all the way through high school. And so when I got out, my grades suffered because of that. It was hard for me I didn't understand English. I just could not understand English. And so I always had horrible grades in English in all my classes. Believe it or not, the only thing I did good was in psychology, sociology, stuff like that. My math classes was okay. But I got A's and B's and things like that, A's, because I like psychology. And so when I got out, what do? My GPA was something like 2.7 or something, or 2. It was really low. I wouldn't be surprised if I go pull it out now. I have in this 1 point something. Whatever it was, I barely got out that school, how low it was. And then I remember when I got out, I think like the next year or something, they were going to make you start passing I wouldn't have never got out. If I would have been there, you got to pass a test to get out. So I didn't know what to do, and I knew I wasn't good academically. So what do? My brother was smart, my sister was smart, and I didn't get it. I didn't get any of it. And I didn't know what to do. It scared me. So I have a fear of being homeless. To this day, I have a fear of being homeless. And so the only way out was to take my life. So that I felt was tied up. And also that house had spirits in it. And they took kindly to me. I don't know why they did. Most of the houses I go to and there are spirits in it, they take kindly to me. My dad had another house he was in, and the spirits in that house were horrible. This man's spirit made my life miserable there. He tormented my dreams, and he was just nasty, ugly spirit. But normally spirits get along with me. I don't mess with them. They're there. And, I made this one long too, and I got to go to Walmart. But anyway, so that I have I think fondly of aliens. There was a point after that, all I did was read alien books and study them and study them and study them and study them. And now I don't too much think anything of them. I don't have anything negative to say. I do remember I've had 2 kids. And then I lost a pregnancy, and then I had to have my tubes tied because I couldn't get pregnant again. They said I would die if I got pregnant again. So I do know that one of the doctors come running in the room. She come running in the room saying my last name, running in the room. And she was like, and I was like, because I heard her feet coming up the hall, so it startled me, her running in the room. She was a little tiny little doctor lady. And she was like, what happened to your right ovary? And I'm like, I don't know. It's not there? What's wrong with it? What do you mean? And she's like, no, it's not there. And she said, first thing I'm gonna tell you, she was like, you don't have any cancer. There is no disease in there. She says, but your ovary, your right ovary is not there. And she says, even if it died and everything, the pain you would have been in would have been excruciating. It would have been horrible. You would have had to seek help. And I'm like, I don't know anything about any right ovary. Don't know anything. I know I didn't have any kind of pain, anything that's going to bring me to the hospital. I don't know. And so, that's connected. There people, when you look at all this abduction stories, and I can't say that word, it's hard for me to say I am an abductee. It's hard for me to say this word. That's probably what's not even pronounced right. But that is the area that they focus on. So they probably did take the right ovary. I don't know what happened to it. And she was just standing there, just looking down at the bed and like, I don't know what to tell you. Don't know what to tell you. I had the last one, so I went on and had 2 kids, and then, I lost one. So, but I didn't think that they came to hurt me. I don't know what it was with the telephone. Maybe they were trying to tell me to call when I needed help. Because I thought the boop, 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 boop. It was almost like maybe they were trying to say the telephone is a business signal. Maybe they're saying our lives get so staticky and everything, and God can't hear us because there's so much junk going on in our lives, or maybe what's going on is separating us from God. I don't know what that was about, but I don't have a negative view of them. Because of that, they're more endearing to me. I have one child that focuses a lot on aliens and another child that doesn't. And my oldest child really like aliens. And I don't know what to say. I think if you believe in them, and I do, I believe they're good aliens, and I believe they're bad aliens. Just like we have good people and bad people. They're good aliens and bad aliens. And my experience was with good aliens. So let me wrap it up. I said I was wanting to make this short. So again, January. I don't know, I guess it's normal. January the 4th. And if you saw the video camera, it was January the 4th. And so let me run to the store. I'm sorry I look the way I do. I don't want to put makeup on. I did put lipstick on. I ain't drawing on my eyes. I'm not doing anything. I'm tired. I do have energy, so it's not that kind of tired. It's a tired where I don't want to fix up. I don't want to comb my hair. I'm not going to comb it. I don't want to fix my face, so I'm not going to do it. And I'm just going to go to the store and have some fun. Try to find USB. And I had when I went to the casino, I had 160, and I came back with 250. So who knows? I may get a laptop. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I never know what I'm going to do. I might just be cheap and get a USB. Who knows what I'm going to do? But anyway, guys, you have a great day. And remember, keep thinking about the Lord and keep spending time with God, because whether I'm naughty or whether I'm a little decent in my behavior and how I come across each day, God is always there. I keep him close to my heart. I talk to you guys later. Bye.